Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk.
Get to it, man. J-Lo, this is me. Like, how did you end up pulling that off? That's big, you know.
Yeah,
I'm married, you know, but I still, you know, J-Lo, the way she dance and all that, make a nigga try to check everything out when she on the TV, you know, a nigga pay a little more attention than looking at some of the other women on there, right? So,
shout out to my mentor Chris Godby. He's like a dope ass engineer.
Okay,
he's been doing this shit a long time. You know, Chris is Justin Timberlake and one of Timbaland's like main engineers.
Okay,
I was very fortunate when I went to college. I was like on track to be valedictorian. I ended up being valedictorian.
Really?
Yeah.
That's dope.
But one of my favorite teachers, his name's Tim Kimsey. Like, he did a bunch of legendary music. He was very good friends with Chris and like kind of put me on like, hey, this is my homie. Chris was like, pull up to my studio, like come assist me on some sessions. One thing led to the next. I ended up doing like a ton of sessions for like Timbaland, Murder Beats, like hella people. We did Chloe Bailey's album together back in 2022, the In Pieces project we did together. And then, yeah, that's what led to me doing J-Lo's album with him. I had like assistant engineered and helped do pretty much all the songs except for one. I think the one with Chris Brown was done by this guy, Jason Joshua, who's also like a legendary engineer in the game.
Wow. Who would you like to work with? You work with Key Glock, you work with Kodak Black, you work with a host of people in the Dallas market, like a host of people in the Texas area, this region. Like, who would you like to work with most of all?
Post Malone.
Shout out to Big Tuck. You need to get with Big Tuck. He can get you over there with him, but you got to reach out, dude. What's going on? Why you ain't got with Post Malone?
Just haven't crossed paths yet, truth be told.
Yeah. You think it's coming?
Definitely.
Wow. And so I mean, you heard that Post Malone KillShot try and get at you.
Have you ever been in a room or with anybody? 'Cause I know you travel and you see a lot of celebrities and stuff like that. Have you ever been star-studded? Seen somebody and be like, you know, you lost your train of thought, you couldn't find the words to say, type of thing?
At some point, yes, but not anytime recently.
Who was that back then?
Honestly, that's a very hard
thing. Honestly, you scared to tell it now since you done got to be an engineer and you big time and now, so you don't want to. Let's be real. You seen Fat Bastard or Tum Tum and what?
I don't know.
It could be a female celebrity that he was just like.
Was it?
Like it was. It was.
It's a female for sure.
Maybe. Yeah.
Shout out to all the females.
It probably was like, you know, teenage years, like going to a concert and like seeing the artist close proximity and being like, oh my gosh, because they don't feel real to a degree, you know.
That's real.
Or you see them on like YouTube and it seems so out of reach, and then like next thing you know, like you're in the studio like with these people.
Right.
And it's like now like these are my peers. Like there's almost no producer, engineer, artist that like doesn't know me or I haven't worked with or doesn't know somebody that I work closely with. So it's like, it's just changed my perception a lot.
Yeah. Well, top 3 artists of all time, dead or alive?
Any genre.
That's fucking a crazy question.
Any genre.
Top 3 artists of all time. Any genre. We're going to have to put the Beatles in there.
Okay.
Yep. Definitely got to put the Beatles in there.
You heard me say Paul McCartney a while ago. You stuff off of.
I think we're definitely going to have to put Michael Jackson on that list too.
I figured that. That's one of our regulars. Paul
and who's
Michael
number
Jackson
3?
are 2. In terms of just pure creativity and artist skill set, you're putting me on the spot, but I would probably say, I'm going to make this my personal favorite.
Okay.
It would be Young Dolph for sure.
Wow, like, so you was a Dolph fan for
like
real?
A big time. Like that, I literally started engineering so I could work with Dolph.
Wow.
Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, and it took a long time. Like, I locked in with Glock first. I did a lot of other shit. But sure enough, the Let's Go remix got Dolph on there. My name is on the credits next to Dolph. So it's like, wow. You know what I'm saying?
So you got what you wanted.
Eventually, I got it one way or another. And it's just a big blessing. I swear to you, I retired from music on that day. And I ended up coming back, but it was like I could have never made music again, and I'd have been fulfilled because I went on a mission to do this shit, and like I really did this shit.
Wow, man. One thing I'm gonna say, man, I'm gonna get you out of here, but make sure you always know that, man. You know, Boss Talk over here, we rooting for you. You know what I'm saying? And you and Rock T and all y'all in these studios. Mr. Lee, he just walked in the building. Shout out. You know, man, we know you guys are working. We know already what, you know, we hear the music, you know what I'm saying? What do you think, who do you think is next up in Dallas on the Big X level?
Next up on the Big X level. That's a really good question. I would say,
It's hard, ain't it?
Yeah, you know, like every artist kind of got a Big X is in a unique situation because he got a real anthem song, you know, that Texas song. That's something that we gonna play here for the next 100 years probably. So the biggest thing missing, this is what I'll say, the biggest thing missing from the next artist trying to do it is those hit records with the familiarity, and that's something like the New Dallas artists done very well. They got these very familiarized samples in their music and shit that it's like, you know the song before you know the song, and then they come talking that shit on the song. So you like, oh, okay, I f with this. You know what I mean?
So he done slid out the question, but it's cool though. I get it. You don't want to X nobody out, or so you work with a lot of people.
Truth be told, I think a lot of people are on an even playing field. Right now, there's not a lot of separating factors from anybody. I'd love to just give you the one, but like I'm waiting for them to show me they the one, really, because it's kind of even.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gon' talk.